I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today is October 17th, 2025. And today I'm going to get to have fun with you guys. I'm going to show you new fabrics that are coming from Moda, Riley Blake, and part of FreeSpirit. So we are busy over here. Quilt market just ended. We just bought a ton of fabric, and we always do these fabric previews so you can actually see the fabric and the storyboards and what is shown to us as a store. And I'm going to go through and I'm just going to show you what Fat Quarter Shop bought. And if you have questions, put them in the chat. This is a pre-recorded live stream because we are on vacation this week. And if you have questions, we will be happy to answer them. Everything that you are about to see is on the Fat Quarter Shop website. And so, you know, you can shop and watch if you want. So I'm going to start with Moda. This is Moda's 50th anniversary. And so that is such a testament to Mark Dunn and everything he has done for the industry. He is just an amazing person. And so the front and back of this catalog is pictures of him, all the people who worked at Moda for all those years. And if you go to the Moda website and you zoom in, it's pretty cool. So this is like one of their first buildings, and this is one of their first quilt markets, and it's literally one booth. So I would encourage you just to go and zoom in. It's really fun. I'm going to go in order of the catalog. If you want to see this catalog, you can find it at modafabrics.com. And this is kind of a summary. And when I'm showing you this, I'm going to tell you the name of the collection, the ship date, and a little bit about it. So Elizabeth Hartman is now a designer for Moda Fabrics. This is her very first collection. It's called Scenery. It ships in May 2026. We are pre-selling the pre-cuts. These are her patterns for this line. So she actually kind of has two lines. The very first quilt kit is called Casserole, and here it is. I'll show it to you in a little bit in a bigger image. This, when I talked to Elizabeth, is an older pattern that she's recoloring. So right now we're selling the pattern as it is, but when she recolors it, we will switch out the pattern to be the new color. Berry Season is an existing pattern. And then I love this outdoorsy pattern. I might make it for Kevin. It's super cute. So let me show you the fabric. I think it is a great mix of colors, a great mix of prints, and I really like the scale of it. So you can see kind of the rainbow effect of that. Jordan's going to show you the Casserole quilt kit. That is, like I said, an older pattern. She's recoloring using the prints. This one finishes at 86 inches square. It is going to come in a Moda boxed kit. And then I will just kind of flip through some of them so you can see just the scale and the prints. I do think if you have some of her older fabric, that the prints do mix well with her original collection. So Scenery is her collection, but of course when she joined Moda, she wanted to have solids to work with, because if you look at a lot of Elizabeth's patterns, they work with solids. So there are some new Bella solids that are actually going to be online this month, and so we will have the new solids as yardage, and we are also selling Fat Quarter bundles as well. With these solids are some of her other patterns. Some of these are older. This new show and tell is new. It's super cute. The print trays pillow is new. Super cute. So let me show you the new Bella solids. So these are the new solids, and then I believe like some of these are old and some of them are new. So I'm not going to go through each one exactly, but this is going to be her palette going forward. And the show and tell quilt kit is 75 by 85, and it's so cute. I think it's super original, super cute. I totally want to make that. And also, this is a Moda boxed kit also. And like I said, I really want to make this one. Let me show it to you. I really want to make this one. Kevin says he would like it, and he would probably like it in his room, and she doesn't do applique, so I think I can totally do it. So basically, scenery is going to ship in May, but these Bella Solids will be in stock now. They're coming in October, and we are in October. The next collection is called Field Rush. It is by Basic Gray. It ships in April. It has some new fresh colors. I really love the pink in this, and I do love the floral and the X's and the polka dots. These will be the brand new basic gray patterns, which we will have in stock. Now the patterns for all of these collections, they come closer to when the fabric arrives. So you can see like a digital image of those patterns online. Some designers come out with their patterns now and some later, but Basic Grays will come out later, closer to the April delivery date. And these were the little X's and O's I was talking about. Beautiful floral. I really like that print. This is it's a flower. But I think these two are going to be really popular. So that is Field Rush by Basic Gray. And this one will have a coordinating grunge bundle to go with it. True Love, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this on social media. It is getting a lot of love on our website. This is by Leila Boutique, and it is going to be a May delivery, and we are pre-selling this. We do have something excited to show you after the collection. Whenever we're doing our programs that we do that are exclusive to our store, we really try to pick the best collections that we can, and this is one of the ones that got picked. And maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, she had a group similar to this. I can't think of the name of it, but I do have some of it stored at home. I'm also going to show you, she's going to have 4 new SKUs that are going to be 108s. She's going to have a collector's bin, and these are her new patterns. Now, Leila's patterns are actually available now. So this is just a really beautiful collection. The blue is just fabulous. It's a little bit faded. You know, it's not in your face. It's like I would call it a faded denim. I think it is so cute. We are selling both of these by the bolt when it comes in. She did do her all over print that is excerpts from books. She's done that before. So she has a good range of blues. Again, True Love, Leila Boutique ships in May. And then these are going to be the 108s that come with it. So 2 of them are white dots. One is the multi-blue, and then one is cream on cream. Now, I'm excited to tell you that this is our Haven Quilt Kit. Is our 13th annual charity quilt-along benefiting Make-A-Wish. We are pre-selling right now the kit and the backing set. This is just a little snippet of it. We will show you a final quilt when it is all done. It's small like this year's, 54 inches square. It's going to ship in April. The patterns will be completely free from Fat Quarter Shop, and we will just ask for a donation to our Make-A-Wish campaign. So that's going to be the front of the quilt, and then Jordan's going to show you the back of the quilt that we picked. It's going to be where we sew this from May to July of 2026. Now, you've seen the collector's bins that have been coming in. This is the next one. This is True Love, and that is the design that they picked for it. It's 53 by 56. Those come with 8-inch pre-cuts, patterns, a mini charm pack, and some cute little notions. Another kit is, we made this a Jolly Bar. So this is our Jolly Bar design, and that pattern is 48 inches square. So I hope you join us in the charity quilt for 2026 benefiting Make-A-Wish. Fruit Salad is Corey Yoder's collection that will be shipping in April of 2026. We have a lot planned with it. This is one of her new patterns I'm going to show you. So it's a brighter collection. It's very spring. It's very fun. We will have a Bella coordinating bundle. And this is Barn Star 12, Fruitful, Flower Tiled, Apple Tango, and Strawberry Sampler. This one's really cool. It's actually 4 apples twisted, which when I saw it, I didn't realize it. And I just think that's a really cute design. And then this is her Strawberry Sampler, and that will be a Bona box kit. I'll show it to you in a second. So here's the collection. And this has a mix of large and small scale. I'm hoping she does one of her free sew along so that I can sew along. But she, as far as I know so far, she has not announced that yet. So, you know, you have some big fruit. This one's going to be super popular. I love anytime a collection has a gingham or a plaid, because when you put it in blocks, you can do it straight or on point. And this is actually white. It just looks red from the fabric below. Beautiful stripe, strawberries, fun purples. And then this green is a pretty, it's a pretty dark green. It might be the darkest green she's done. So this one's gonna actually have 3 quilt kits. The first one is called Windmills. It's 64 by 80, and that is gonna be the pattern that comes with the Jolly Bar. The next quilt is Fat 8th Fruit Tart Quilt, which will be a free shortcut quilt pattern on our YouTube channel. It will be 49 by 66. And then the Strawberry Sampler will be Coriander Quilts Designs. It's 73 by 88, and that comes in a Moda boxed kit. That one does look super fun. The next collection I'm going to show you is called Mystic Ombre, and I think it's good to show you in the book first. This is the ombre. And so, you know, some ombres go from light to medium back to light. This goes all the way from light to dark. So there's a little bit of white at the top. And when you look at that and you look at how she cut it up, you get kind of the little effect. And these are B&Co patterns that will be new: Ombre Autumn Day, Ombre Cabin Winter, and Ombre Pacific Breeze. And I'm going to show them to you sideways. So this is 4 different prints, and you see you've got this white part, and it goes all the way to dark. So based on how you cut it, is going to determine how your quilt looks in the end. So you've got, you know, different spots you can cut from. There are a total of 10 SKUs. So there were 4 pink and there are 6 blue-green. And I would call it a watercolor effect. You know, it's but look at how beautiful that is. You know, just with one, there's only 10 SKUs, but that looks like a quilt that's made out of 40 SKUs. And then with this, there's the 108 yardage that is called Spectrum. It's the same shades, but it's basically already looks pieced. And so we just have a little piece of fabric to show you. So it's kind of got that shading already built in. I'm hoping they keep this in stock, just because I think there hasn't been a 108 like this. And anytime there's something new and different, I think you guys really like that. And I think the colors work really well with the collection. The next collection is called Merrily by Zen Chic. It ships in April. And it's taupe, black, and gray. These will be 4 new Zen Chic patterns. I'm going to show you the fabric. So I really envision this as clothing and bags. It just seems like totally the colors just really lend to that. And there are a couple of new spotted in here. And then spotted is now going to be just printed with the collection. It's no longer a basic. So if you ever see spotted, you know, and you want to get it, I would just get it before it sells out. It sells out again, I guess. The next one I know all of you have been waiting for. It's called A Cat Named Stitch. So this is by Camille Ross Kelly, and this is her cat. And the cat is named Stitch. This is just a really beautiful collection, and this is the second collection that we picked for one of our special quilts of the year that I'm going to show you in a second. Now, if you look at this whole quilt, there's actually only one print that's a cat, and it's this little print right here. So if you don't want a cat in your quilt, you can just take those prints out. These are her new patterns. I'm going to go one by one. This is Catnap, Homegrown, Beach Walk, Kittens, and Little Kittens. Now, we have gotten so many requests. Everybody wants every one of these kitted. And we can't do that because we already have so many things planned with it. But I did put together a kit. We're going to cut this in-house. It's called Kittens. This group ships in April. Let me show you the fabric. And it is just fabulous. So this is the one I was talking about. It's a little cat. That's the only one that's a cat in the whole group. And this print, they're little squares. I don't think she's done that before. This print's really cool. I think that would have been great as a 108. And then she always has great low volumes. This will be sold as a bolt, full bolt. They are little tulips. So really beautiful. I have a lot of items planned with this, and you will be seeing a lot of this from me. Now, Designer Mystery, I can give you a tease to 2026. This is the block. Jordan's going to show you the photo of the block. So that's the block, and we have been doing we have been doing the Designer Mystery program. This will be the 19th year. I think that's maybe where my gray hair comes from. I'm not sure. It's going to run from June 2026 to 2027 of May. We basically work with Moda designers. They design a block. We sell a set of blocks that are 12-inch sampler blocks. You can sign up for that. You can also sign up for the finishing kit. So if you buy the blocks and you don't buy the finishing kit, you will not be able to make the quilt. What we do is we keep that exclusive. When it sells out, we will offer the pattern separately, but not until it sells out. This year it's 68 by 84, which is a great twin size. And then the backing set, this is what we picked. So really pretty. I hope you sign up for it. The number one question we're gonna get with this is, are you doing videos? And we're not. When I started this mystery program 19 years ago, we didn't do videos, and we haven't ever done videos with them. It's kind of one of those, it sells out on its own, and I really like to kind of keep it the way it is. So that's our 2026 designer mystery. The next kit is called Snug as a Bug. It's 42 by 48. That is a Jolly Bar pattern. And then the next one is the one we talked about, the kittens. So we got a lot of emails, and this was the one that had the most emails. And anytime we have a collection that has like 10 kits, they're not gonna sell great. So we have to be very selective on our kits. Now, of course, you can always call customer service and see if they can put something together for you, if you know we have the pre-cuts in stock. This is 74 inches square, and I think it is so cute. And I really wanna make the little mini kittens, which is right here. Look at the little kitties. They're so cute. So that is A Cat Named Stitch by Camille Ross Kelly. The next collection is by Ann Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs. It's Petals and Polka Dots. And 3 years ago, she had a collection similar to this, and we used it as our recipe card in our sew sampler box, and it was super successful. These will be her new patterns, and this will be a Moda boxed kit that I'll talk about in a little bit. So here's the collection. I think the colors are reading very true to the color. I would say this time her backgrounds are a little bit darker, but the reds and the pinks are similar to the original collection, which of course, off the top of my head, I don't remember the name of. Bless you. And what I wanted to show you is what I meant about these. You can cut it this way, which gives it to you straight, or this way, and you get a totally different look. You can also do that with stripes. You can cut them this way or this way, and they look like completely different prints in your quilt. So this is Petals and Polka Dots. These are little bunny heads. Ginghams, sweet little florals. I think this one's really cute. And then this is her, it's a cream on cream. So for the kits, we have the Baskets and Bouquets quilt kit. It is going to be our Jolly Bar pattern. It's 56 by 56. This collection ships in April 2026. The next kit is the Petals and Polka Dots Block of the Month kit. It's 52 by 54. It's a Moda boxed kit, and it is applique, designed by Bunny Hill Designs. The next collection I think you guys are gonna really love. It's fun, fresh, very springy, and the colors are a little bit different for Joanna. This is a fig tree collection that ships in May. This is going to be 60 inches wide, and I'm gonna show it to you in a second. So here's the collection, and here are her patterns. She has a lot of new patterns, and she's gonna have 2 cross stitches. So the collection, lots of low volumes. She's got this, I think she's done this color once or twice before. Lovely greens. Now this I would consider like a butterscotch color. It's not yellow, it's not orange, it's just really pretty. So this is Summer's End, and there are some great backgrounds. I think these are really great. And then the 60-inch wide fabric that I was talking about. This is the, I guess, white version. And, you know, it's just basically pre-printed. And then here's your green version. Really, the green is really pretty. So this would be a great backing. This is something where you could just quilt it, get your quilter to quilt like all of it, and then just trim it down right outside where you think the binding would be. Put the binding on it and nobody will know that you cheated, because it's basically a cheater cloth. The kit for this is called Sunshine Quilt Kit. It's 48 by 64. It is a Jolly Bar pattern. The next collection is called Windfall. It's by Fancy That Design House. Ships in June. Really fun fall collection. This will be her panel that is 24 inches wide. She will have a pattern for a tote bag. She will have, well, actually this will be pre-made tote bags that we sell, and these will be pre-made towel sets that we sell. And then here are Stephanie's patterns. Her patterns will come out closer to when the collection ships in June. I think a lot of you are gonna really love this collection because the colors are just very rich and the designs are very sophisticated. I personally really like this print. These little mason jars. Nice colors. And it's a bigger collection. But I feel like there's a lot you can do with this collection. Great colors, just great everything. Again, it's called the Windfall. And then here's the panel. I'm gonna move it from bottom to top. 24 inches wide. I think this is really cute. And this, of course, is that print that I love. Flannel season is going to be the Kansas Troubles Quilters collection that ships in June. And these are her traditional colors. She will have a couple of patterns. Sometimes she does them in booklets, sometimes she does them in patterns. This time they're going to be individual patterns. I have not worked with flannel in a long time, but this one is really pretty. It's basically really soft on one side, and then the other side is just, you know, stiff. So it's called, I think they used to call it brushed cotton. And it's got a big range of colors. So this one we will probably be doing something with this new, I don't want to say exactly what it is, but we have this new thing coming out, new notion, and I think it will work great with this. So look at how many colors there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 8 colors, really pretty. So a lot of people say there are no fabrics for men, and I think this one's great for men, even though it does have flowers. The next collection is by Elena Almo. It's called Purrs and Booze. And this is going to show up. We do something every year. That's a free pattern. So I'm gonna let you guys try to figure out what that is. The design is super cute. Obviously, we've already designed it. This has a May delivery. And since it's a mystery, I can't show you the design, but I can talk to you about these new patterns. This one's really cute. It's called Jelly Ghost. This one, there's gonna be a new booklet from Copper Kettle Company called Boo Crew. And you're gonna see this quilt again in the catalog. So this has a grayish tan vibe to it. So it's not cream and it's not gray. Maybe it's grayish. I think this is going to be super popular. So it's got little potions, pumpkins with hats. So cute. The little ghosts. Sorry, I love it. Really cute. Purrs and Booze, Elena, Almo. This next collection is one of, well, it's probably Kevin's favorite from the bucket. We call these buckets. This is Robin Pickens collection Coven that will ship in June. And I don't think we've seen a collection like this before. And there is one print in particular that we think is just absolutely amazing. This will be her 24-inch panel. She will have 3 cross-stitch patterns, and if you subscribe to our Fat Quarter Shop Floss Tube channel, you will see those live because we always borrow all of Robin's cross-stitch designs and show them on that channel. And then these will be her patterns. This right here will be a Moda boxed quilt kit where you make both. There is a rose version and a bird version. One is orange and one is cream, and that will be a pre-boxed kit. So just the artwork on this, it just kind of stands alone. It is so pretty. So the print I'm talking about is right here, but it's this one. This is just so beautiful. So you will be seeing this again. And if you're somebody who likes Halloween and celebrates Halloween the Fat Quarter Shop style way, you will see this soon. Just to show you that one more time. I kind of feel like I need to make Kevin like a little book cover or something with that. He loves Halloween, if y'all didn't know. This is the panel. It comes in one colorway. And so it has this stripe on it. And I think you could probably, use that as a border. These squares are about 9.5 inches wide within the border. There's cute little witches. And the quilt kit is called Roses in the Garden Table Runners Kit. This one, each of them are 15 by 70 inches. And again, it's going to be a Moda boxed kit. The next collection, we're going to start getting into Christmas here. This is Snow Time by Me and My Sister Designs. It will ship in May of 2026. And this one's really fun. It's all very big scale prints, but just very fun. And these are some of her patterns and patterns by other designers that we will have in stock. I think a lot of you will like just the fun, just the happiness of this one. This one is a snowflake. Those candy canes are fun, and the snow globes. I think me and Kevin both think the snow globes is going to outsell everything. I mean, you can't beat a candy canes and snowman snow globes. So that is Snow Time by Me and My Sister Designs. And I said we were getting into Christmas. So this is Gingerbread Lane by Kylie's Quilt Room. This will ship in May. And it's called Gingerbread Lane, but there are some prints in here that I just think are just so spot on. These are going to be Kylie's new patterns, and this one will be kitted, and then these are other designers' patterns that we will have in stock. So the brown on here is perfect. It is just perfect. And I love this print right here. It's just the detail on it. And I love that from all of Moda's Christmas collections, none of the looks overlap. So they all have different colors. They all have different scales. They just have a different look. So if you're looking for a Christmas collection, you could even mix and match them. little candy canes. So the quilt kit is called Wrapped Quilt Kit. It's 51 inches square, and the design is by Kylie's Quilt Room, and that will be a Moda boxed kit. This next collection is by Stacy Itsu. It's called Holiday Cheer. It ships in May. I think the coloring on this is spot on. It is so vintage, and there are 2 panels. So there is a 36-inch panel and another 36-inch panel. Do we have the Cuddle in here? Can you ask Lucy for it? So Moda is partnering with Shannon Fabrics to come out with Cuddle with Moda, and you guys are gonna love it. So this panel has squares, and then on each side there are stripes you could use. That's the first panel. The second panel makes a deer, a little boy and a little girl deer. And the panel, both of these are 36 inches wide, and then this is what it looks like all sewn up. I haven't made one of these, but one day I want to try it. If I was going to do that, I would have to buy 2 panels because I know I would mess up. So I just think the coloring on this is amazing. And the greens, there are a couple of different greens within here, and then there are some blacks. But beautiful scenery. Holiday Cheer by Stacy Itsu. Three Sisters has a collection called Candlelight Christmas. So each time they do a Christmas group with 3 sisters, it always has a red, it always has a green, and it always has a black. So I can think back to, 10, 20 years ago, they had a collection called Mistletoe Manor. They keep them very consistent throughout the years. This is the collection. There are going to be 3 patterns, and these are going to be motifs that are running yardage that I'm going to show you in a little bit. So there will be the collection, and then there will be the additional pieces. So these are called shaded solids, and they're with a couple of the collections. And then, of course, a paisley. This paisley is a little bit bigger than previous years. So, like I said, the reds, greens, and black. And then the 2 running yardages. There's only one. You're correct. There's only one, and this is it. And the reason I thought it was 2 is there's 2. This is the full width of fabric. This is the scale. And so it's like vintage Christmas cards. Poinsettia and Pear by Sherry and Chelsea. I'm sure all of you have seen this. They have already released 2 collections or 2 videos from this, and their patterns are already available. So these are the SKUs. This is going to be a 60-inch wide panel. They did this last time with a Dresden. And so these patterns are by Chelsea. These patterns are by A Quilting Life. You can find all of them on the Fat Quarter Shop website. And looking at this collection, I'm gonna make a lot of stuff with it. I love the gray, and I love that. This is great too, but I feel like you don't have to use that. And I don't feel like this has to be a Christmas collection. I think you can mix and match this with her other prints. This one is a print they've done before. It's just in a bigger scale. Just really fun, cute. I mean, that would make a great strawberry quilt. You know, the colors are just perfect. So to me, looking at this, you know, don't let it limit you to just thinking of Christmas quilts. You can think of all kinds of things to do with it. And this is a 60-inch wide print. And like I said, we have an existing one that's a Dresden plate that's already in stock and 60 inches wide. With this, we have a couple of quilts. The first one is the Christmas Star quilt kit that is 62 inches square. It comes with a jolly bar. And then the Circlets quilt is going to be a brand new Itzoema pattern that's 53 by 65. And we will be kitting both of those at Fat Quarter Shop. Chili is the Christmas collection by Sweetwater. It's got little penguins. These will be the two patterns by Sweetwater, and then they will have one tote bag pattern. So you have your creams. This is a star print. And then there's the little penguins. So some of the sayings on it are, at the warmth on holiday, or be the warmth on a cold day. It's never too cold for ice cream. Winter isn't a season, it's a feeling. So I am really looking forward to seeing what they put together for this collection. They always have fun ideas on their blog. Super cute. It's called Chili. The next collection is called Merrily on High. It is by Sweetfire Road. It ships in June. And this one is a fun Christmas. I feel like these colors also look really good with Sherry and Chelsea's. I'm going to show them next to each other just so you can see in case you think they would go together. There is going to be a 1-yard panel. Each of these blocks are 20 inches. There will be a 3-piece towel set sold separately and a collector's tin. So here's the fabric, Merrily on High. Just really pretty. And then this is a snowflake. The prints are just super cute. I mean, this gingerbread print with the gingerbread print that I showed you earlier would be so cute. There should be a whole bunch of it. Let me touch it. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of it. Okay, so that's the collection. I'm going to show it to you next to Camille's, and I'm also going to show it to you next to that gingerbread print I showed you earlier. This would make a great long couch pillow. Okay, so this is Merrily on High, and I'm just going to show you some of the fabrics from Poinsettia and Pear. Let me see. You know, if you wanted to mix them, I think that it's doable. You know, you'd pick one of the pinks. I wouldn't do both pink. But if you mix this up in a quilt, right here it looks kind of crazy. I think if you added a couple of prints and intermix them, they would be great. And then this gingerbread print right here These prints go great together. And this is from the Gingerbread Lane collection by Kylie's Quilt Room. But I mean, just look at how perfectly that matches. So always think about matching, you know, all your fabrics together. Super fun. This one also has a collector's bin called Merrily on High, and that is the design. The next collection is called When Snow Falls by Deb Strain. It ships in June. It's cardinals and mittens, stockings, and cups, winter cups. This one has 3 panels. 2 of the panels are traditional 24-inch panels, and then this one is a 24-inch panel where you can make, you know, you can either make 4 individual stockings and put a regular solid on the back, or, well, I guess they would go the wrong direction, or you could use them as front and back, and there are 4 108s. So you've got, you know, the birds, and this was the stockings and the cups. Oh, actually it's not cups, they're hats. When Snow Falls, Deb Strain, ships in June. Her collections that are Christmas always sell out. So that's the collection. These are the 108s in 4 colors. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the navy. And it's really cute. And then I'm going to show the cream, and I'm going to move the navy so that it doesn't distort the color. This just makes me want to make some mittens. And then the stocking panel is also the same size, and there are instructions on how to put it together. And so obviously you have front, back. So you basically can make 2 large and 2 small panel, 2 large and 2 small stockings. And then over here, these are for your stocking loops, and here are the instructions. Deb Strain has come out with some embroidery kits, and we do have all of those in stock. They have been selling very well. I'm not sure if this one is coming out now or a little bit later, but she has about maybe 10 in stock now. Joyful Gatherings 2 is by Primitive Gatherings. It's red, white, green, and then this panel has other colors to it. And then these are going to be in a book called Joyful Gatherings 2. All of them will come within that book. And then she's calling this one Joyful Gatherings 2 Quilt Along. I think this might have been something she did already, and then she's putting it into the book. I'm not sure. Actually, this one does not come in the book. Everything else comes in the book except this one. So the background is a cream. And you guys will have to just comment and let me know which collections are your favorites. I always like to hear. And I would say this is a little bit darker than the screen is showing, but the green is showing very accurately. This is definitely a forest green, and this is definitely a Christmas green with the 2 prints that are darker. The panel that comes with it is actually 1 yard. And each of the squares are about 7 by 7, let's see, 7¼ by 7½. So they're slightly rectangular. I'm sure she's going to be doing something super fun with this. And I think this is the first time she's done a panel like this. So that is Lisa Bonjean's newest collection. Oh, and then, okay, so now I'm going to talk about the Cuddle with Moda. Okay, this is a new product. I want to get my dates right.
I don't think they're in the book.
I don't think they're in the book. Okay, so these are going to be Nantucket summer prints that are made on the quilting Cuddle. So Shannon Fabrics makes a product that's very thick, that's like a 4.0 pile. It's a polyester fabric. This is a 1.5 pile. So if you search quilting Cuddle, quilting, you will get the thinner piece. Now I know that Camille has lots of great things planned with this. I don't know how long these will stay in stock, and I'm not, we'll see how they do. These are going to come out in March. So those are going to be your normal 44-inch wide. And this one is also 44-inch wide. It has a thicker selvage just so that it would fit. So I know, just talking to Camille, she's going to be doing a lot of really fun stuff with this. And we do still have a lot of Nantucket summer in stock. And if it's successful, we definitely will be doing, we will be ordering all of it and hoping that it's very successful. These are the Christmas Eve Cuddle prints that Leila Boutique came out with. So again, the 1.5 pile. And the key word you want to look for in the Shannon product is the word quilting, because that is the 1.5 pile. Those are her prints, and this is her panel. Same thing, it's 44 inches wide. You're going to see sometimes the salvages on these are a little bit thicker. That is so her design will fit. Because, and this is a print that she designed just for this. This was never in the original collection. And so you can see one side is flat. I have not worked with it, but what it is supposed to be, it's 1.5 pile. And if you take Shannon fabric and stretch it, it's very stretchy. This is still stretchy, but not very much. So you can see, like when I pull it, when you pull a regular Cuddle, it pulls. So I cannot wait to see the designers work with this. And then these are the Quilting Cuddle solids that we have in stock now. And so again, Quilting Cuddle, they are solids that are 1.5 pile, meaning the thickness. I know the word sounds funny. I think Denise is laughing at me. But that's what they call it.
I take it you wouldn't starch this.
You would not, yeah, definitely don't starch this. And these colors were selected by Moda. Some of them are new and some of them are existing. This product just came out in 2025, so it's a very new product. But some of these were picked by Moda specifically so that they would match some of the other Cuddle products like Camille's and Leila's that would match it. So there are 25 that will have the Cuddle with Moda name on them. Stacy Itsu has a fabric panel to make a little farm, like a little farmhouse. What is that called? A barn and the animals. And so I think this is a little bit different than her original one. I can't say for sure. This is an older collection. And so I guess they're the four sides of the barn, and then the little animals right here. Yeah, cute. And then she has one more that makes the little dolls. Well, she has two more that makes the dolls. And the instructions are on their website. So there's a mama sheep and a mama pig. And all the pieces. And then she has a cow. I'm so glad these have the names on them. A cow and a baby chick. And I'm thinking that these little dolls are probably going to outsell everything, just because, I mean, I could totally see doing it because there's not as much stretch. Now, I do need to do some research on what type of needle to use and all of that, but I'm sure a lot of that will be coming with new education that they put out. They have a lot of videos on their site. Okay, we bought 3 or 4 Ruby Star collections. The first one, they did this last year. It's called Projects with a Purpose, and there's a panel every year. And so these are little stuffed toys. And it's very Japanese inspired. You know, the gummy bears are so trendy right now. This is designed by Kimberly Kite. It's a 1-yard panel, ships in May. Freaky Familiars is basically a collaborative collection between all of the Ruby Star designers. This will ship in June. And there are lots of different colorways, prints, the little spider. This is the starry print. Now, a starry, I don't think this is the exact starry, but just so you know, starry was reprinted and we got that restocked in our store. It was out of print for a couple of months. So, Freaky Familiars. There is a quilt kit that's 54 by 66. This is paper pieced. I do not know how to paper piece this, but that's all I know right now. And I know that it was an original pattern that Kimberly released years ago and is re-releasing. Kimberly Kite's collection called Merry Happy. These are ornaments. It took me a while, but there's like a pickle ornament and an egg ornament. This is super cute. Love the gummy bears. And that's really cute. And there is running yardage that's going to go with this. So nice range of colors, but you know, not your traditional Christmas collection. This has a kit called Merry Happy Quilt Kit that is 70 inches square. And that actually takes this panel. No, leave it there, Jordan. So, okay, so see this egg right here? You cut that out to make that ornament that's right there. So you're cutting out little pieces to turn it into this quilt kit. There are 2 colorways of this panel. And we are going to be selling this as running yardage, and I don't think we're selling this as a panel because I think it's 19 inches wide, and so I think we decided we're just going to sell this as running yardage. And then Rashida designed Persimmon. It's so cute. It's going to ship in June. And it's got some fun fall colors and some fun spring colors. I really like this print. I think it's a courthouse step, but it's in a couple of different colors, and the little bunnies are cute. They look like my Labubus. I have a Labubu in my car now, just to drive my kids crazy because I love them so much. My kids think I've lost my mind, so I'm just gonna keep it up, you know. Anything to bug them is great. So this is persimmon, and there are 3 108-inch wide fabrics to go with it. So there's a blue, pink, and burgundy. So that is all of Moda. I'm going to recap a little bit. I'm going to show you my favorites. My favorites are A Cat Named Stitch. It's so hard to pick. Poinsettia and Pear. I know I say that word wrong. And True Love. So these are my favorites. I want you guys to comment, and these are the ones that I'm going to use the most. You know, the first thing I do when our sales reps leave is I get out Electric Quilt and I start designing ideas and coloring, you know, existing patterns with new fabric. So this is A Cat Named Stitch. I was trying to show them together. I don't know that it's possible. True Love. It's probably not the way I did it, not the best. And Poinsettia and Pear. So you can see I picked 3 that are totally different, but I'm going to do different things with all of them. Obviously, I will be making my Woven Star 6-inch blocks from all of these. I'm hoping that Sherry and Chelsea have some type of quilt along. I'm obviously going to be doing the charity quilt, the designer mystery. I always do all of that because it's fun to, you know, we always have to keep one of the quilts. So we have a living history here. So comment and let me know, what are your favorites? These are all going to be shipping in April, May, and June of 2026. And you can find all of these at Fat Quarter Shop. The next collections I'm going to show you are all Riley Blake. To start with Moda, we're going to start with the quilt kits because that is easiest. So the very first quilt kit is Grandma's Apron. And I'm going to try to just tell you everything very slowly. This is a Lori Holt pattern published by Itzoema. We are pre-selling the kits. It is 74 by 90. The next kit is called Homemade Pie. This is a pattern published by Riley Blake. It finishes at 81 inches square. This is a Riley Blake kit. It's going to come in a cute collector box, and that uses Lori's pie ruler. The next kit is called Mixing It Up. This is a Lori Holt pattern published by Itzoema. We are pre-selling a quilt kit, and it finishes at 68 by 73. The Pumpkin Spice Runner is a pattern published by Riley Blake. It's 34 by 84. It is going to be sold as a Riley Blake kit with the collector's box. That is one of the patterns that only comes in the kit. It will not be sold separately at first. The next kit is called Thanksgiving Row. This is a Lori Holt pattern published by Itzoema. We are pre-selling this. It is a Fat Quarter Shop packaged kit. We will have a sew along, and I will be sewing it. So there will be lots of fun stuff with this one. And I think this is a very original quilt. Years and years ago, she had an applique quilt that kind of had the same type of theme. Some of you might have made it. That was probably 15 years ago. This one is 79 by 91. The next design is our Jolly Bar pattern called Twirling Leaves. You can click to be notified when it comes in stock. It's 56 inches square. The next quilt is Thanksgiving at Grandma's Sew Along quilt. This is her applique quilt that uses her So Simple shapes. This is a Fat Quarter Shop kit that we will price when we get the sewing guide. It is 80 by 96, and this one will be hosted by Lori Holt on her blog and her YouTube channel. It uses her So Simple shapes. This time she has released 3 So Simple shapes, which I will show you in detail. The last one is Bake with Love, the Quilt Seeds. Okay, this will be 8 individual patterns. We also are selling it as a complete pattern set. Each block kit we are selling, and we are selling a finishing kit. So we have a lot offered on this. Now this is going to be 42 by 74. I think it's a great size, and I really like that each of her quilt seeds, those are published by Riley Blake, but she's coming out with, each time there's a different number, there's a different size, so you can really decorate your home if you make all of them. So now I'm going to show you the collection. So this is Baked with Love. It is going to ship July of 2026. So again, this is your quilt along quilt. And this one is called Thanksgiving at Grandma's Sew Along. This has so much to it that I'm trying to make sure I get everything correct. So this is Lori's collection. We are selling everything. We have lots of pre-cuts available. So we're selling fat quarter bundles with everything. We're selling fat quarter bundles of just the backgrounds. We are doing the same thing with half yards. We have some 1 yard bundles. We just have a lot of stuff that we're pre-selling. This is going to be her home deck fabric that's 57 inches wide. And this is what it looks like as a whole. This is actual size. She has 2 storyboards on this collection. These are her 108s. This time she has 7. This one is actual recipe cards from her and her husband's mothers. There's their actual handwriting. This is the kits we've shown you before. The homemade pie comes packaged in the little oven, stove, whatever that is. I don't cook, I don't know. The pumpkin spice runner comes in this recipe card box. Now I might just buy this just to have that box, because in that box you can put in recipe notes. You can put in the recipe notebook, which is sold separately. I don't cook, I don't need it, I just think it's cute. So again, Thanksgiving at Grandma's Sew Along. This is going to use the Thanksgiving at Grandma's Sew Simple shapes. Like I said, there are 3 different Sew Simple shapes this time. This is the geese and the pumpkin patch. This is going to be a pattern and Sew Simple shapes. We are not offering a kit, but this will be a pattern published by Riley Blake with Sew Simple shapes. Bountiful Blessings, same thing, a pattern designed, or a pattern published by Riley Blake with the Sew Simple shapes that are called Bountiful Blessings. These are called pumpkin, these are called Bountiful Blessings, and it makes this. These are older patterns that are recolored. All of these 4 patterns are available right now at Fat Quarter Shop. We'll make sure we have all of them in stock, but basically they took the Spring Bouquet, Yes You Can, Acorn, and Morning Mug and recolored them if you want to make them in this collection. No kits available, but we do have the patterns. Granny's Teapot, the same thing. It's an older pattern that we have in stock. The Hot Pad Pockets is going to be a free pattern on Riley Blake's site. That's the first storyboard. The second storyboard starts with notions. So she always has a puzzle. She has these brand new baseball hats. They are amazing. I've been wearing one to football games. I'll be wearing one today. I have a prototype of the original one. This is the enamel mug. There are 3 charms, a scissor minder, pencils, a leather charm. She will have 8 new storyboards, a washi tape. This is that recipe notebook that I told you would fit in that other container. She has an oven mitt, a rolling pin, a new binder. These are going to be the 3 Sew Simple shapes I talked about. She has a spatula set, a vinyl project bag, and a vinyl tote, which is like a shopping bag. For notions, She has a new readers that are 1.5, new colored stickers to label your fabrics, and then a So Simple shaper. So she developed this so that you can use it on these applique products when you are pushing your fabric out using her applique method. And so I'm trying to, what is that called that she puts it on? Interfacing. So you would use that with her interfacing. She has 4 new rectangular rulers, actually 5, and then she has a set of, there's 5, and then there's a set of the small. And these check marks you see, that is us at Fat Quarter Shopping making sure we have purchased every item, because if you look at this as a consumer, you're probably overwhelmed. So are we. So we have to stay organized somewhat. These are going to be her vintage trims. At the top, there will be 3/8 and 1/4. They're no longer coming on those wooden spools because they can no longer be made. And then these are going to be the 3/8 inch double fold bias vintage trim, which I love. I haven't started buying these yet, but I need to just for fun. This is like something I would just have, but I would never use it. Okay, here are the quilt tees we talked about. Like I said, there are 8 designs. You can make them also as placemats, but we are offering them as the quilt.
Does it say what size the blocks finish?
The blocks are it does not say the size, so we will look that up and try to comment in the thing and let you know what size they are. I do know the quilt finishes at 42 by 74, but I do not see the size. Oh, maybe I do. Okay, this is what I meant by you can make these into placemats. So when you get this kit, we're going to give you enough fabric that you can either make this or just the block for the quilt. Either way, we have not priced these because we look at the patterns when we actually get them. Oh, they are 6. Okay, so each of the blocks is 16 inches square. If you turn it into a placemat, it's 16 by 20. This is Thanksgiving Row, published by Itsoema. That will be a sew along. This is Mixing It Up. The pattern also comes with this table runner pattern, which uses, the border accents. We have Grandma's Apron, which will also be a kit. And the kit will be for this fabric, but the pattern also comes with this table runner pattern. We are also publishing a 1-yard pattern showing how you can make cute little aprons with her fabric. And the fabric collection, if I have not said, is called Baked with Love. And then this is the vintage kite paper designed by Lori Holt. We will have a free PDF available, and you could use that vintage kite paper with the Baked with Love. So I love that Lori Holt really shows you a million options, literally, of what you can do with her fabric, and you can pick and choose. She has something for everybody. She's got kitchen stuff, she's got living room stuff, she's got table runners, she's got quilts, she's got applique, she's got piece, she's got anything you want. So that's why I started off with Baked with Love. It ships in July. Bountiful is going to be Sandy Gervais Fall Collection. It will ship in June. This is going to be a 24-inch panel. This is going to be a free pattern. And this is going to be paid patterns. Tapestry of Color, Bountiful. This is going to be Pick of the Patch quilt kit that's 16 by 61. It is on our website. You can reserve it now. And then this is going to be the Autumn Use pattern. These patterns right here are all by Sandy Gervais. I do think this panel is going to be very popular. And if you get the panel, this basically gives you extra, well, I guess it's these same fabrics. Christmas Time by Danny Mogstad ships in June. These have cute vintage Santas. Ships in June. Cozy Autumn by Bev McCullough will ship in June, and I'm sure she will also have some coordinating needle minders that go with this. This is going to be her 108 backing. She's going to have a 58-inch linen print, and I think we have had something similar, but not exact. So when we get that in stock, I'll actually show it to you so you can actually like see what it looks like. These are Bev's patterns: Citrus and Posies, Echo Stars, Cozy Autumn. This is also a boxed kit from Riley Blake, and Fall in Love. This will be the USB embroidery pattern available by Bev. This quilt that we're offering is 79 inches square. It's a Riley Blake boxed kit. This is Evergreen Wishes by Tracy Reed. It ships in June. Really fun colors. I'm loving the mint colorway in this. Gingerbread by Janet Wickerfrisch. This one has a lot. So it's got, this is a gingerbread house of candy. It's 24 inches wide. This is going to be a 1 yard by 44 inch wide panel. These are the squares in the panel, and this is the scale. This is a 23 inch panel. This is the look of it. This is the scale of it. I think the gingerbread house is going to be very popular. These are the prints. Lots of different prints this time. Little gingerbread. And then this is going to be the Ginger Bakery pattern by Janet Wickerfrisch. This is going to be her 9-patch cookie. This will be a free pattern on Riley Blake's website. And this is the flower sack pattern, and then the flower sack large panel pattern. Gingerbread by Janet Wickerfrisch. This is Lily Ashbury, Kipling Gardens. And this one, it really reminds me of how people dress that live in South Carolina. And I wish that I could dress that way every day because it is so cute. So I visited South Carolina one time and I was like, oh my gosh, these people dress so cute. So this is what this Kipling Gardens reminds me of. Northern Christmas by Teresa Kogut. This is going to be a hit. This ships in June. You guys are going to love this. So this is the collection overall. This is the 1 yard panel. This will be a free pattern on Riley Blake's website, which basically all it is adding it's adding this print and this print as a border, and then this is just this print. So very easy piecing. These are going to be Sandy Gervais patterns. Frosty, which actually I think is already in stock. This is Jungle Brigade by Yellow Umbrella Quilts, and Legacy. Northern Christmas. Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen's house. Now, by Jane Austen. Now, I'm not sure if I'm saying that wrong, if I'm saying that right or wrong, so I apologize in advance. This is a June delivery. We have been selling Jane Austen and Liberty very well, so I just want to give everybody a huge thank you for that. That was a I felt like it was, you know, like a risk we took, and you guys supported us, so we're very thankful for that. This is going to be a pre-boxed Moda. This is going to be a pre-boxed Riley Blake kit that's 60 by 60, and Jordan wants it. So if anybody would like to make that for Jordan, he said it was cool. It's going to come in this cute keepsake box. It's called the Abby Quilt Kit. Everlasting is going to be Liberty Fabrics new collection. So this is the collection right here. And these are the recommended blenders that we will make sure are on the page. And they are just a mix of older ones. This ships in June. There's so much fabric, guys. I don't know how we bought all of this all in 2 days. This is Everlasting. This is A Perfect Winter by Lori Whitlock. So cute, little moose and bears, super cute. Cotton Nook by Minky Kim. I just love her. She is fabulous and so cute. I'm loving these prints. I just think it's so cute. And then she has 3 different patchwork. We're probably selling that by the yard. 3 different colorways. She has a backpack panel, and basically you can make 1 blue and 1 pink from each panel. It's a 35-inch panel. These are her new patterns called Lily, Daily Essential Pouch. This will be a free pattern, and this is Chance of Rain by Pen and Paper Designs. Dear Sweethearts by American Jane ships in August, and this is just a great classic American Jane collection. Ships in August, really beautiful. If you are looking for one of the American Jane pin dots, we have put together a fat quarter bundle of this. It's actually already live on our site. This one I love. It's called Little Farm Friends by Kelsey Carlson, and it's Little Farmyard. Ships in August. I think the colors of this are just really spot on. I think they are so cute. I would totally make something with this. There is a quilt kit called I Spy Farm, and this is it, and it's going to come in this pre-packaged box. This is the Farm Visit pattern by Coach House Design. I'll make sure we've ordered it. And this is an older Bev McCullough pattern called Homestead Runner. And we'll make sure we have that. Picture a Christmas. This is basically just some panels that we bought. So these sold really well this year. So this is called Picture a Christmas. These ship in July, and we bought all of the panels that you see at the top. And then this is a pre-boxed kit called Santa and Art panel that finishes at 55 by 63, packaged by Riley Blake in a box. This is also a panel. These bottom prints we did not buy. We just bought the panels. Double Lush Velvet is a new product by Riley Blake that we weren't really sure how it was going to do, and I can tell you that it is selling great. I haven't sewn with it, but it's basically double-sided. So you can, and on our site you can see each side. We've put so these are the new ones that are coming out in August. So this is Minky Kim, Peter Rabbit, Sandy Gervais. This Berry and Sage, this matches the Lori Holt collection that is coming out before the one that I just showed you. Minky Kim, oh, Tasha Noel, and then there are some, what are those called? National Parks. Yeah, National Parks. So we actually bought all of these. I am so happy that they are selling well and being well received. So you can look, some of these are older ones that we might already have. Secret Garden by Amanda Castor ships in August. And this one, I just think it's a nice fall collection. Ships in August. This next one's super cute, Sunshine and Dandelions by Tracy Reed. I love the shoes. Ships in July. This is the Kicks pattern. We have that on order. And these are just additional patterns. This one is Butterfly Blooms and Athena. Now, you can find any of these storyboards if you go to Riley Blake's website. You can actually click on it. It's a very large PDF, and you can see all of the detail if there's something I did not cover. Okay, Emily Bell, a lot of you might already have it. We have all of this on order. It's either in stock or coming, and they are making new pre-cuts. So the pre-cuts previously had 45 SKUs. Now they have 40. So if you missed Emily Bell when it came out a couple of years ago, there will be 4 new pre-cuts, and we will get all of the yardage in stock. So that is Riley Blake. My favorites are Sunshine and Dandelions, Baked with Love, and Minky Kim. Okay, so Cotton Nook, Bake with Love, Sunshine, and Dandelions. Those are my favorites. So you guys comment, let me know which one's your favorite, what quilts you're going to be making. I'm going to be making a lot of the pieced Bake with Love. Obviously that Thanksgiving quilt, I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards either the pieced or the quilted one, because no one out there has a Thanksgiving quilt, and you know, you all need one, right? Okay, the last collection I get to show you today is Tula Pink's Floral Reef collection. It will be shipping in April of 2026. There are 25 cotton prints and 3 108-inch wide prints. This is one of the 108s. And this is actual fabric. So the color on this, you're looking at actual fabric. We're pre-selling this in lots of different pre-cuts. This print right here, I wanted to show you. Look at that stripe. That's going to be really, really fun and awesome. There's 2 of those. This is 108. Sorry, I get stuck. And then, so it's got the, it's got blue, green, pink. I'm trying to find that other stripe. Maybe it's this one. Maybe there is only one. I think there's only one. I thought there was 2. There's only one. And then we are pre-selling also this quilt kit. It's called Marine Meadow. It's 85 by 90. And we're pre-selling it. It is packaged by FreeSpirit, and the design is by Tula Pink and Stacy Day. So I just wanted to take some time to thank you from everyone at Fat Quarter Shop for watching. We truly are just amazed that you watch. I hope you had fun looking at the fabric, because it's like going to a candy shop. Don't you want to just like walk in a candy shop and just look at everything and try to only buy one thing? That's kind of what I think this is similar to. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Definitely comment and let me know what you're looking forward to seeing, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.